Hey guys, it's MegaRobert from MegaRobertTV, and today I'm going to review parts 7 and 8 of the Mega Man Sonic Worlds Collide crossover. And Tracy Yardley, of course, is doing the pencils for this arc, but sadly this is going to be his last art of the crossover, because after this, Ben Bates is going to take over for the third arc. So that's kind of disappointing because, like I mentioned in my last video, Tracy Yardley is a really good artist, but it did take him a while to kind of get Mega Man characters down in his art style. But in parts 7 and 8, his art is fantastic. I just want to say that now. Congratulate Tracy, because his art is really good in parts 7 and 8. So hopefully we'll see him again for another Mega Man arc or something. Maybe they'll hire him again for that. So just congrats to him for the awesome comic. Also, let's get into the story now. So, part 7, as you know, in part 6, the Chaotix were turned back and they're helping Proto Man now. So, it kind of seems now that Mega Man and Sonic just have to go after the rest of the roboticized masters. And, of course, that's not an easy task, but the blue heroes are gonna come out fine, right? So, what are the roboticized masters that they have to fight in part 7? Well, in part 7, they have to take on Silver Man, Blaze Woman, and they also have to take down Shadow Man. But this is going to need a little bit of explaining, because in the beginning of the crossover, we all know that there's Shadow the Hedgehog, who is a character in Sonic the Hedgehog, the comics, and he got roboticized, and of course the obvious name to call him was Shadow Man. But the thing is, there's already a Shadow Man in Mega Man 3, so there's two Shadow Men, so that's kind of confusing. And all the fans, not all the fans, but some of the fans started to get mad at Archie Comics. They're like, why you guys do that? You should have came up with a more original name. And everyone was kind of getting mad about this, and I'm like, whatever, it's just Shadow Man, whatever, it's a name. But the thing is, I think they did that on purpose for the joke that happened in this part. What's the joke? The joke is, so Mega Man and Sonic are about to fight the two Shadow Men. They're going to fight Shadow the Hedgehog and Shadow Man from Mega Man 3. So Sonic is kind of like, I think I got the whole naming thing down. He goes, you're Shadow Man, so Mega Man, go fight Shadow Man for me. So Mega Man's going to fight Shadow Man, but the thing is, which one was he talking about? So Mega Man starts just shooting away, and then Sonic's like, what are you doing, dude? You gotta focus. I told you to go after Shadow Man. And then Mega Man's like, but I am going after Shadow Man. So there's this big confusion, and they start arguing. And then Tails, he kind of has to jump in and be like, guys, they're both Shadow Man, so just pick one and fight them already. So after that big confusion, the heroes are kind of obvious to what's happening now, so they defeat those two. And that's good. But Shadow is kind of one of those lone wolf characters. So obviously he's not going to help Sonic and Mega Man. He's just like, I'm kind of sick of this. And he disappears and just flashes off into the distance, I guess, with his teleporting powers. And then as he flashes with his chaos control, it kind of warps reality just for a split second. And Mega Man and Sonic have this memory of what they were doing before the crossover. So Mega Man remembered his battle with Proto Man, and Sonic remembered his battle with Mecha Sally. So they're kind of like, what was that? And they're like, I think we just remembered what happened before Drs. Wily and Eggman changed everything. So they're like, we gotta go change this back. So that's a little nod to what was happening before the crossover. So basically they get Shadow Man, both Shadow Men, out of the way, and then they just have to fight Silver Man and Blaze Woman. So after a big battle, they take those two down. And now we only have two roboticized masters left, and that's it. So Drs. Wily and Eggman, they're kind of panicky now a little bit. They're like, okay, we only have two roboticized masters left, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to set those two with self-destruct mode. So with that mode, if by any chance Mega Man and Sonic are going to beat them, they can just blow themselves up and just get it over with. So that's where part 7 leaves you off, in that big cliffhanger. And let's get to part 8 now. Part 8 is really good. I think up until now this is the best part of the crossover I've read, but that will probably change, and I'll explain after I kind of get into the story what I mean by that. So part 8, two roboticized masters left. So they're getting into the battle and stuff, or wait, let me see. I kind of forget what happens in this part. Okay, yeah, so they're in the middle of the desert of the Skull Egg Zone, and then Knuckles Man and Rose Woman come to try to defeat them. So obviously they're ready to battle, but then once they figure out that there's a self-destruct mode, they start to really panic and they have to rush to save Sonic's friends, because if they don't, then it's all over for them. So luckily though, they do change them back, and it seems like everything's going fine, and Mega Man and Sonic get a call from Proto Man, and Proto Man says, we found the Wily Egg, their secret base. So let's get all of Sonic's friends together and go after them. So all of Sonic's friends and Mega Man's friends are all together, and Doctors Wily and Eggman, they're starting to panic. They're like, oh my gosh, we're out of roboticized masters. We have nothing left except Dr. Wily's Robot Masters and Dr. Eggman's Badniks, and a few extra surprises that they've created together. So basically that's all they have. So Doctors Eggman and Wily, they were BFFs at this point, and they're like, yeah, we'll do fine. We're the evil guys. We'll do great. But then secretly to themselves, they're like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna do it myself. If all else fails, I'm just gonna take the Wily Egg and go back to my world. Forget about Dr. Wily or forget about Dr. Eggman. I'm doing this by myself. But then the guys are still shaking hands and they're like, we're a team, right? But secretly they're kind of losing their friendship a little bit, and their evil sides are taking over. They're definitely gonna turn on each other eventually. So that's where part 8 leaves you off, and there's nothing really else in there except we do get a little debut of the Chaos Devil, and what the Chaos Devil is a mixture from the Yellow Devil of Mega Man and Chaos from Sonic's world. It's a big mix, but the cover is a little misleading actually, because Mega Man and Sonic never fight the Chaos Devil or meet him, so it's a bit misleading, but the cover looks awesome, the comic's awesome. Who cares about misleading at this point? We just want to see a good comic, right guys? So yeah guys, that's where it leaves you off. Mega Man and Sonic are together with all their friends, ready to fight the evil doctors, and now the evil doctors have all of their robots ready to attack. So action is going to go down in the last arc. I think the last arc is going to be the best because there's going to be great writing, there's going to be great art by Ben Bates. It's going to be fantastic. So I definitely enjoy these parts, and I'm definitely probably going to enjoy the rest of the crossover. So question of the day. What do you guys think about parts 7 and 8? Did you guys think the jokes were kind of funny and the action was good? It wasn't too rushed or anything? Give me your opinion in the comment section below. So this is Mega Robert signing off.